Good evening, Mustangs fans. I'm Garrett Susko, and I'm joined by Matt Carroll, Mark Glover, Garrett Poe, and the man himself, Mr. Barat. And you're watching Mustangs football. Tonight, Plum goes head-to-head with the Franklin Regional Panthers here in Murraysville. Last week, the Mustangs stomped the Highlands Golden Rams 32-14. The MVP of that game was undoubtedly QB Hunter Linhart, threw for 300 yards. He's among other players to watch today, including running back Billy Guzzi, who ran for 144 yards, and wide receiver Max Matolsi, who had 7 receptions for an impressive 193 yards. This game marks the start of the Franklin Regional's 2018 campaign, and a returning from a 6-4 season, a returning Panther is Adam Rosinski, who threw for 1,090 yards and 10 touchdowns last season. Another leading running back, Nate Leopold, who rushed for 540 yards. Plum vs. Franklin Regional's heated rivalry with the Mustangs captured the last victory. Tonight they try to accomplish the same feat. What do you think, Mr. Barat?
Well, obviously, Garrett, good intro. Last week was really exciting. Plum hasn't started off 1-0 since we pounded Hempfield in 2015. So it's been obviously a couple years, and I can't even recall when they started off 2-0. Exciting game against the Highland Golden Rams, but the Franklin Regional Panthers presents a different challenge. It is the first section game. The student body and the band is starting to fill in the stands across the way, as you can see on the top of the screen as Mark Glover is filming. And this is a home opener for the Franklin Regional Panthers. And just to give you a little bit of a history lesson, last year in Franklin Regional's home opener, they really put it to the McKeesport Tigers. They created six or seven turnovers, and that was a revenge game. Plum beat Franklin last year 33-7, so this is their revenge game. So they've been looking forward to playing Plum for over a year. So this is going to be really good. You can see that the Panthers are getting ready to kick off. Matt Carroll, you can call out some numbers there. And this is going to be real hard for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because Plum's wearing the white unis with the white numbers. So it's going to be real hard for us to read numbers until the stadium lights come on. But we do know kicking for Franklin. Matt, who is that?
It's Adam DeFalco.
And I don't know who got it. I can't tell.
Numbers are really hard to see today.
Yeah, real tough to see the numbers here, Matt. So we'll definitely be able to easily call out the Franklin Regional numbers. We know who our starting quarterback is, obviously. That is Hunter Linhart, who, as Garrett Susko said, threw for 299 yards last week and 3 touchdowns and ran 1 in.
So Hunter gets back in the passes over the middle on the slant, and it's incomplete. Intended to wide receiver.
Looks like that was Max Matolski.
Nick Sluka.
Was it Sluka?
Number 8,
okay, I'm
Nick
sorry.
Sluka.
Good call there, Matt Carroll. And that's the same way Plum started off last week, guys. If you remember, Matt, you were in the student section, so
yes, sir.
Yeah, it was a slant that was incomplete to Matolski, and then Hunter went over top for a deep pass to Max Matolski.
Next play, they went for it all. So let's see if they will this day.
Hunter passes in the middle. Running back goes through the middle. He gets a gain of 2 or 3 yards, and he gets stopped.
Didn't see any numbers there by the Franklin Regional Panthers guys as they unpow here.
By mistake, he gained of 4 yards on that play.
Looks like it was Jimmy Schropp, our running back. He's new this year. He just got his first carry of the season and his first carry of his Plum career.
So you can see it's 3rd and 5, guys.
Hunter lines up under the centerman right now. Keeps himself, rolls left, and throws it low. And I don't know who he's throwing to,
He was throwing it to Seth Norcutt across the middle.
Got a little pressure there, guys.
He was getting rushed by number 1, Justin Johns, and also what looks to be number 14, Adam Rudzinski. So he had to throw it away.
And now Plum is forced to punt it away.
We got number 3 and number 5 back to return for the Panthers, Matt.
Number 3 is Nicholas Leopold, and number 5 is Michael Evans for return. Looks like a good snap.
Punt is to the
Number 5.
38-yard line, takes it to the 50, and gets down to the 41-yard line.
Good field position.
See number 18 in on the tackle, guys, for the Mustangs. And that is Nathan Toth, who's linebacker, tight end, sophomore.
So now we get to see Plum Mustangs defense for the first time today. And with Franklin getting that good field position, would you think that they can go for a field goal even if Plum stops them on this drive, on this set of downs?
Well, we have to see how they do here. Depends, obviously, Garrett, if they move the ball or not. But they start off with 4 wide receivers out of the shotgun.
Pass up. Oh, it's caught.
Brought down around.
That was
The
number
12
40.
yard
Brought down by, looks like, number 8, Nicholas Saluka. Number 40, Zach Gordon had the reception.
So, and that's something that Highlands kind of exposed a little bit last week, guys, was going over the middle on their 2 touchdown drives, and Franklin went right to the well and attacked right off the bat as they are deep inside the Mustang red zone.
Looks like a quick slant route to number 5. Number 5, Michael Evans, goes in for the touchdown.
Franklin Regional will strike first here. Put 6 points up on the board. They're lining up for the point after now.
Number 15, Adam DeFalco, is for kicker.
And his holder, number 3, Nicholas Leopold, is the
Bad
holder.
snap.
And it is good. So Franklin now leads 7-0
with 10 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Let's see how the Mustangs respond on this next drive.
Yeah, we definitely did not anticipate that, as Franklin kind of did to us as we did to the Golden Rams last week, guys. So Franklin methodically 2 pass plays right in, and obviously they saw what Highlands did with some success last week, exposed Plum over the middle a little bit, and then a quick wide receiver screen. And Mark Glover and McKenna and I were at the scrimmage, and that's how North Hills had a big play against Plum. So obviously Franklin watching the tape on Plum's scrimmage against North Hills, the wide receiver screen and the slot receiver going down the middle, 2 plays that exposed Plum's defense in the first 2 weeks of the season.
Nice kick.
Nice kick into our end zone, so we will be taking it at the 25-yard line. 25 yards.
Yeah,
still.
25,
yes,
Matt.
And yeah, undoubtedly, Franklin definitely did their research on film, because 3 quick plays and resulted in a touchdown. So this will show a lot of our. This will show a lot about our Plum football team here, because first game of the season, we weren't had the test that we have right now to come back.
And it'll be interesting to see how Plum, as you just said, Matt, how they respond. Will Hunter Linhart go up over top, or will they try to run the ball and kill some of the momentum here that the Panthers have?
Jimmy Schropp with the run up the middle for about a gain of 4 yards.
And they did start on the 20-yard line, guys.
They did start on the 20-yard
I thought it was the
line.
25
Yeah,
also,
too.
Matt. So that was a gain of 4. So very, very good first down play by
Yes,
the
sir.
Mustangs. So 2nd and 6. So this could be a run or a pass here, and it'll be interesting to see what Coach Morgan calls. Might want to take the crowd out of it, slow the game down.
I think that's what they'll do.
Hunter Linhart takes the snap.
Billy
Hands it
Guzzi
off.
runs up the middle for about a gain of
3
what
yards.
looks to be 3 yards.
And it'll bring a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, that's good, guys. 2 good, solid runs by the Mustangs. Another gain of 4. So very makeable 3rd and 2, and I would actually be shocked if Hunter Linhart threw this ball. Plum, a little bit of success here, grinding it out. We'll see if they run it again.
They look like they're about to because they have the same setup with two running backs, maybe the tailback on the right side and the running back on the left side.
Run up the gut to Jimmy Schropp for a big gain of about
7 yards.
7 yards, so we got the first down.
And you know, guys, last week, and Matt, you were over in the student section, but with Garrett, Mark, and I up in the booth, once Matt Morgan and the coaching staff find something that works, they'll continue to do that. Last week it was the deep pass, and Hunter Linhart was throwing the ball. You can see here the last 3 runs pick up 14, 15 yards. So we might see Plum milking the clock here a little bit and keeping the ball on the ground unless the score is way out of reach.
But do you see sooner or later they're just going to trick the play, trick the defense and pass it like they're doing right now?
I agree. Bad pass, interception.
Number 7.
Takes it to the house for a pick 6.
That's going to be Aiden Wiley with the pick 6.
Hunter was hit there, guys, when he was ready to pass the ball. And so not only was he hit and the ball came out poorly, it deflected also. And so 2 bad things happened on that pass play. And, boy, did Franklin Regional not capitalize there as the Panthers go up 13-0.
Franklin Regional lines up for the PAT. The kick is up, and it is good.
That'll be 14-0. Franklin Regional Panthers lead.
Well, now Plum has their backs up against the wall a little bit here, guys, but no fear. I mean, Plum with some success running the ball, so there's no reason to panic and throw the ball deep.
No, sir.
And you know what? That was a good play call by the Panthers defense. Let's give credit where credit deserves there. As soon as Hunter dropped back to pass, it looks like there was some sort of blitz coming on. And Hunter tried to get rid of the ball fast, just not fast enough. So Plum with their backs up against the wall here, down 14-0. We'll see what happens.
With about 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter, so there's a lot of time left in this game. So there should be no fear in the Mustang eyes. So we need to come back strong on this possession.
Now the next couple possession, guys, obviously, as you know, real big here. If Franklin's able to hold Plum 3 plays and out, gets another score, now you're down by 3 scores, it's a little out of reach.
Yeah.
Plum can come down and potentially get some points, and then we have a ball game.
Yes, sir.
So do you think that the Plum's now going to just run the ball?
I think the game plan's the same. And boy, Franklin's kicker, guys. Another one into the end zone there. Number 15 for the Panthers, Anthony DeFalco. Big boot. And so, you know, we had that with Mr. Chaplin. We had that with Mr. Gilday a little bit. Boy, if you can put that ball into the end zone and teams just consistently start at the 20 and have to go 80 yards, that's a huge help to your defense.
Smart play by our kick returner to take the knee, because if not, the Panthers were all over. That was only going to be about a gain of 5 yards.
So Hunter drops back,
passes it deep to almost intercepted.
Too far.
I can't see the number, guys. It's too hard with the white on white.
But I know the safety, number 6, Devin Powell almost intercepted that ball when he was diving. So, I mean, do you like to go through that play again or just run the ball like they've been working?
Well, I think that's a good play to call because you keep the defense wondering so they don't stack the line against you. But if I'm Plum, I think I run here, Garrett.
And that they do. Jimmy Schropp up the middle for about a gain of 4. It looks like 4 yards, so we will have set 3rd down and 6.
And 3rd and a little bit long here, guys. So this is a big down for the Mustangs.
Yes, sir.
They can't give Franklin the ball again.
With good field position.
Good field position and go 3 plays and out as we're just under 8 minutes to go, guys, in the first quarter. You cannot give your opposing team 3 possessions in the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game.
I agree.
So Hunter starts off in shotgun. Steps back.
Step back for
Throws
the
it
pass.
deep.
Looks for deep for over his head. It looks for about Max Matulski. He was going deep, number 7, just over his head. Another 4 and out.
3 and out.
3 and out.
3 and out.
Well, it's going to be up to here, the Mustangs defense, guys. They have to come up big here.
They got to create a turnover.
They do. I agree, Garrett. They need to do something here.
They need to get the energy in the Plum side, the Plum fan side, because right now Plum is just getting 3 and out, and the kick is up, and it is fair caught. It is signal for a fair catch, and now it's rolling close to between the 38 and 39 yard line. So pretty good kick from where they were. So the Franklin Regional Panthers will start on the 38, 39 yard line.
The Plum defense needs to stop the momentum quickly before this gets out of hand.
100%, I agree with you.
No doubt, Garrett. So we'll see what they do here. I mean, obviously, Franklin's have only had 2 plays of offense, so kind of guessing at what they might do here. You assume with a 14-0 lead, they might run it a couple times, but they did break out with 4 wide receivers to start off. Now
They're starting off with 2 wide receivers.
yeah, different look here. Quarterback still in shotgun, 2 wide receivers. Good
Run up the
tackle
middle.
there, guys.
Run up the middle for about a gain of 3 yards
by
by
number 40, Zach Gordon, for a gain of 2 yards.
Yeah, I can't see the tacklers because it's real hard with the numbers.
another run up the middle to Zach Gordon.
He cuts to the right. He gets a gain of 4 yards. And now Franklin Regional's offered for a 3 and 3 yards. A third and 3 yards. So do you think that Franklin's going to go for a run or just try to see if they Hail Mary or do a slant pass to try to get the first down?
I believe they would go for a run here since it's only 3 yards.
I agree. Zach Gordon seems to be the bread and butter here. But they are spreading the Mustangs out. Now they're showing a 3 wide receiver look.
This is a big play right here.
Yes.
Drops back for a pass.
Rolls left, and there's a
They're gonna
blitz.
sit him.
And
Got
he
him.
gets tackled down at the 32-yard line. So, like Garrett said, big plays that the Mustang defense needed to do, and that was huge on a third
Looks
and
like
3.
it was a tackle by Nicholas Stitt. Came in there, caused pressure.
So now Franklin is gone to a 3 and out, and they look like they're electing to punt the ball to the Mustangs.
Okay, we got number, I can't see the number, guys, on the punter. Is that 2 or
Number
is it
5. Number 5, Michael Evans, goes back to punt.
Do we have any idea the number here
The number
for the
is evading
Mustangs?
us. These white-on-white jerseys are
They're
Snap
horrific.
was
problem.
low, kicks it up, nice punt,
Very
Looks
nice.
about
backtracks it.
over his head, lets it roll.
Oh,
Takes a
that-
Franklin bounce all the way to the
Beautiful bounce.
6-yard line.
What a punt by Michael Evans.
Okay, so now we can talk about the game a little bit here, guys, while we have a break in action with 5:13 left to go. Granted, Plum's down 14-0, but interception return for a touchdown. Throw that away. That can happen. And Franklin had 2 pass plays. Plum able to stop him on defense. Plum with a little success with the run. So I'd like to see the Mustangs potentially go back to that. And let's eat up some clock.
I agree.
Keep the Franklin defense out on the field, and let's grind out some yards, guys.
Definitely.
Looks like Hunter Linhart's under center right here.
Pass it up the middle.
To the
tailback.
fullback.
Yeah, fullback.
Looks like it was run up the middle to Preston Sunday, number 30.
Good
looks
call
like he
there,
either got
Matt. Yeah, he gained about
Two
maybe
or-
About a
2 or 3, maybe. What's the scoreboard say, guys? I can't see it from
Scoreboard
here.
says it is 2nd and 7.
Second
So about a
and
3-yard gain here.
So I would suspect Plum again to
Yeah, Hunter
run the
Linhart looks
ball.
like he is under center again with Jimmy Schropp in the back, along with, cannot see his number. Jimmy
That's the
Schropp
middle.
run up the middle,
Takes it for
For
another gain
about
of 2 yards.
2 yards, 3 yards.
So now Mustangs will be forced with a 3rd and 4. And well
Again,
into their own zone.
I'm sorry, Garrett. Again, 3rd and short. We like 3rd. I mean, 3rd and 4 is a little bit not so short, but 3rd and 4 is better than 3rd and 10 and 3rd and 6. So
Yeah.
can still be a potential run, but it seems like Plum comes out here, guys. 4 wide receivers. Hunter's going to have to get
Back
the ball
in
out.
shotgun.
He's going to have to get that ball out early if he's going to pass.
Steps
Drops
back,
back, looks for
throws up the middle.
Good
great
catch.
catch, great catch.
Caught by, I'm sorry, everyone, I
Number,
can't-
it looked like number 10, Ryan Huebner.
No, number 8,
Nicholas
Nicholas
Sluka.
Luka, for a huge gain of, brought him down to at least what it looks like the 37-yard line. So he came from, that's almost a
Yeah, that was
15
about
yard
the 10, so that was actually
was a great
gain.
pass
Yeah, it
and
was
a
a gain
great-
of almost like 26, guys. Maybe 23.
yeah.
They were
Now they
just
have
past the 10.
no free safety here, so I'll be curious to see what they do with
And
the
they do the
wide
same
receiver.
thing.
He's going
They
deep.
go
Going
deep
deep.
again with Nicholas Luka.
Oh,
right through his hands.
Through his hands. Right there, though. Can see Hunter now maybe starting to feel a little bit good. Last 2 passes were on the money.
Just had to get his feet under him after those 2 first possessions.
It was just number 8 of the defense was number 9. of the
Number
defense
9, number 9, Brandon Sonato.
was defending
Nick
Luka very well, and just couldn't get the beat to the ball. So now Mustangs are stuck with a 2nd and 10. Hunter's in the shotgun.
Going to run. No, going to
He
pass.
steps back.
2nd and 10.
Throws
Pass to
it.
Max Matulski. Oh,
Right through the hands.
again, these need to be catches. If they hit your hands, should be a catch.
Now Plum up against the wall here a little bit, guys. 3rd and 10, but I want you to look at the left side of Mark Glover's filming here. Look at the whole defensive line of the Panthers. Number 74, hands on hips. 48, hands on hips.
They're all
19,
tired.
hands on hips.
Every
That's
one
right.
of
I mean, Garrett, you play baseball. Matt, you play basketball. That is not a good sign in the
That's someone
first
who's
quarter.
tired,
Just
who's
saying.
exhausted, who's hot. Because
Wanna-
it is a hot night tonight.
Blitz.
Looks back for the pass again.
Rolls right, throws it up the middle,
Good pressure.
and is incomplete. Attended
3
to-
straight passes, incomplete.
They're tired, guys. Boy, it'd been great to get a first down, and you can start grinding out the run. They're tired.
Yes, sir. Which is I was surprised that we went 3 straight passes because we've had success with the run, especially grinding them out in this hot weather here. As Garrett said, they're all tired. I'm surprised they didn't try to keep grinding out some tough yards.
Be interesting if Plum's able to hold Franklin here, guys, if they go back to the run.
Punts back, kick is up, and
like
it
it
looks
is.
like it's going to be
He did
caught
not-
at the 36-yard line.
Oh, good move. Fumble!
Oh, fumble!
Fumble. Oh, Franklin recovers.
It looks like number 49.
8 or 49.
Number 40.
30,
Looks like
like
number 40.
35. 35 got the cover.
Number 35.
Nicholas Leopold was on the return there.
Okay, guys, obviously Franklin again starting in great field position, up at their own 48. Last drive was their worst field position. It might have been at the 38. So Plum defense has to come up big again here. I think we're going to see a little bit of Zach Gordon here, unfortunately.
I agree with that. 2 men out. Zach Gordon behind the quarterback.
Well, it's timeout.
Timeout, Plum.
Timeout, Plum.
So obviously Plum, Coach Morgan, something wasn't right there.
I
He
think they
doesn't
didn't
look
have the
too
correct
happy.
men.
If you look at Mark Glover's filming now, on the left, top left corner of the screen, can see Coach Morgan and the coaches talking over there. Matt Morgan wasn't too happy. He was more frustrated. So either he called out a defense and they weren't aligned right, or someone wasn't on the field. Regardless, you hate to burn a timeout on defense, but it is what it is.
The Franklin Regional Panthers are faced with 3 minutes left in the first quarter to go. 10 yards, 1st and 10, 3 minutes and third.
Say it, Matt.
3 minutes and 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Sorry.
Is that like a tongue twister? Or,
I guess it was.
Maybe next time we can just say 303. I'm just
teasing. We should.
Yeah, 303. 303. Okay, here we go again. Well, it's a Plum side pointing to Franklin. Franklin's pointing to Plum.
Let's see
Looks
what
like
the foul
it would
is.
be.
Boy, Matt Morgan's not going to be happy if this is offsides against Plum.
Offside.
Yep,
Plum.
Boy, starting off 1st and 5, and they cross over to your territory. Plum kind of shooting themselves in the foot here, guys.
Yeah, they got to watch the ball.
Now we might see some Zach. But you might see some Zach Gordon here, but this is where you can take a chance and throw it deep, and if it's incomplete, it's only 2nd and 5, so it's still a win.
Yeah.
Let's see. Fumble.
Fumble.
Throws
Quick
it up the
snap,
middle.
still
caught.
gets it off.
Wow.
Nice play under pressure.
Yeah, let's call out some good numbers there. The Franklin Regional quarterback.
Looks like
guys.
number 3, Nicholas Leopold, was able to get open for his quarterback under pressure.
Brzezinski there,
toss-off.
great composure, fumbled the snap and just picked it up, and within a split second just rifled it
Yeah,
for a
because
first down.
half a second later, he would have been sacked for
There's
a
also
loss of
good
game.
pressure, I agree, yes.
Okay, this is where Franklin started their first drive in the Plum territory around the 35 or 36.
Runs it to the right.
There
Right
goes
Up the
Plum.
middle, cuts middle, gets by a tackle, and brings it into the Plum red zone.
Franklin here, just great play call here.
Oh, wait, there's a flag on the play.
Zach Gordon with a
Or
big
was that
run.
I don't
and
think
I
that was
think
a flag.
everyone's coming back here.
Yeah,
so
I thought I
Looks
saw
like
a
they are
flag.
walking back. It was a penalty on the Franklin Regional Panthers.
So obviously Zach Gordon's run was probably
Zach
sprung
Gordon.
with a hold there, guys. So we'll
Yeah.
wait for the referee to call it here as Mark Glover zooms out a little bit. Did he already call it, Mark? I didn't see.
I think he already called it because I
I
saw
believe
it.
they did.
He did, so it's from the spot of the foul. So it's going to be like first and
First and looks like about 7 yards.
Yes, 1st and 7. So Franklin's still outside the red zone, which is good, but a 1st and short again. So
But still, it's a lot better than, what was it, on the 7-yard line, the Plum red zone. Now they're starting off in the Plum 38-yard line.
32.
32.
Pass back, bad pass.
In through the hands of
Was
number.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Garrett.
It's going to be Nick
Looks
Leopold.
like number 3, Nicholas Leopold. Yeah.
I think Brzezinski led him a little,
Just a little
bit
too much.
much. I agree, Matt. Interesting formation here, guys. Seeks it's a little bit of the wildcat here. Is that Gordon?
Looks
Yes,
like
it
it
is.
was.
Yep.
It was.
And
Oh, they had him
he
wrapped
breaks it.
They
up.
had him, but good gang tackling by the Plum defense.
Now we got a
Finally
gain
bring him
of 2 yards, so now it's a 3rd and 5.
Okay, another variety of the offense there. Franklin busting out in the wildcat a little bit. Gordon under center. Now he's coming. Is that him coming off, guys? I think so.
No, that is number 46, Georgie Diakopoulos.
Official timeout here. Looks like a Mustang's down. Won't see the number. Can't see the number. Matt Morgan out on the field here. The Suburban Sports Center out on the scene also. That's a big down, guys. 3rd and a short 6. You know, and if Franklin gets any positive yardage here, guys.
They're almost in range for a field goal.
Well, we know.
We
know their kicker has a leg.
He does. He
We
definitely
know.
has.
So it depends, you know, if it's 4th and 6 at the 31.
I think
That's a 48-yarder. That's
still a tough
makeable.
one.
That's a toughie, but if they pick up, you know, they might run it on this play, and if Gordon can somehow, if they spread the Mustangs out, if Gordon can get 3-4 yards, 4th and 2, you might see him go for it. So kind of an in-between down here.
But right now, the Plum Mustang defense definitely needs to come up with a stop to force a 4th down.
Sure, no doubt.
Zach Gordon, looks like
I would not be surprised, guys, if they ran it. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah.
looks like Adam, he
Wow, that's
There's
going to
a
be
flag on
that's
the
going to
play.
be movement.
Yeah.
I did not see anyone from Plum
I did not.
jump, so that's going to be.
It's on the Panthers.
It's a big penalty there, guys.
Very big.
So now I'm bringing it back to
Now it is a 3rd and 10.
At least 10, maybe 11.
So now, unless Franklin gets a big gain, they're pretty much out of field goal range by now. So
Yeah, this is again. We've already said it 2-3 times already in the first
Yeah.
quarter, but another big down here for the Panthers as they go 4 wide receivers. Trips on the right.
Pass
that's Zarish
back.
to the right.
Looks like
Gets up
number
the middle.
22.
He's down though. He's short
Number
of the
2,
first.
he did dive. Jacob Brand. He
His
is
knees down. He
short
should
of the
be
first by about a half a yard.
I agree.
So I'll be
Matt.
interested. Looks like they're bringing in all new men.
For the field goal,
I think they are going for the field goal, yeah.
Are they- yeah, 14. Who's their kicker? Was it 14 or 15?
Oh, no.
No, 14's
They're
a
going
quarterback.
for
They're
It's
gonna
number
go for it.
15, Anthony DeFalco.
Yeah,
So,
this
yeah,
is.
they're going for it.
They're
They're
definitely
going for it,
it.
yep.
His number 1 in
It's
the
about a
backfield. He
fourth-
just came in.
Justin Jones. He is their middle linebacker and their fullback.
6'2", 235. He's a
big boy.
guy.
You can't be surprised if they give it
Right
off
to him. Looks for about a big gain.
Nice run.
Yeah, I was afraid of that, guys. 4-down territory, and they gave it to their big guy, and he bounced it outside for a huge gain.
Huge gain of about a 25-yard gain by a big guy.
And that might be one more play here in the first quarter, guys. 17 seconds left.
17 seconds left.
If Franklin chooses to run, but boy, what a great quarter for the Panthers.
Yeah, totally agree. They just got it done in offense.
And defense.
Mm-hmm.
Run up the middle to Zach Gordon. Nice gang tackling by the defense.
Yeah.
Looks like the first on scene was number 72, Evan Azario.
And so that'll be the last play of the quarter. And so at the end of the first is Mark gets a shot of the scoreboard here. Mustangs on the short end here and back up against the shadow of their own goalpost, down 14-0 to the Panthers.
The Mustangs got to get something going soon here. Or it's over.
Yeah, I mean 21-0. This isn't like the Steelers or at any level, Garrett. It's just you have to be careful. It's so you just need so many things to go right to overcome a 3-score lead in high school football.
I agree. Big possession here. Need to hold them to at least a field goal here for the Mustangs if they want to try to
Agreed.
come back and get something started for this second quarter, go into the second half with some points on the board. A lot of football left.
Oh, a lot of football. Now listen, it's not over if they're down 3 scores also. Plum scores on their next possession. They hold Franklin and score again. You know, it could be halftime and it's 21-14, but that's a lot of ifs. Plum must stop them here, and they cannot give up a touchdown, and then we'll move on from there. Go ahead, Matt. What are you going to say? Oh, okay. Okay, so here we go. Matt, you set the table.
Looks like Adam Rodzinski, he's back with number 2, Colton Jones. Looks back, quick pass into the touchdown to number 3, Nicholas Leopold. Touchdown, Franklin. They go up 20-0 to start the second quarter.
Well, so much for holding the Panthers. Hey, Rodzinski just rolled out, and that's what you do with that senior quarterback. You know, you give him time, he rolled him out, and he threw a bullet. And now Plums might have to abandon the run here a little bit, and we'll see what Coach Morgan calls. But Plum with their backs up against the wall a little bit.
Number 15, Anthony DeFalco, out for the extra point attempt.
And it is good.
Yep.
And I know it's just extra points, but even the extra points are going high and far, so it gives a little bit of example of his leg he has. So those long field goals that we were talking about, I'm sure he can still make them.
Well, might be back to the drawing board here for the Mustangs. I mean, Coach Morgan's on the field now. Garrett switched off with Mark Glover here. So Garrett, top left-hand corner of your screen, you can see Coach Morgan, headset off, not happy, instructing. Looks like he has a whole defense there. So not real happy with the defense right now. And so special teams now, the kick return unit comes onto the field. Be nice
like,
oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Looks like number 9, Logan Brooks is back to return, and I can't see the other guy. These numbers.
Be nice to get
number 9, Logan Brooks receives it, takes it back. Has some good blocking.
Hard hit there.
Takes it about to his 24-yard line, so
better than a 20.
Better position than we have been having to start out our possessions.
So we'll see what Coach Morgan calls here. You know, I'm kind of torn here, guys. Like,
honestly, I think we might be this possession. I think we're going to look for a quick touchdown, try to get on the board here.
See, logic tells you that, but illogically, might see him run the ball, kill the clock, build some momentum,
true. They have had success
keep their
with the
defense on because we know their defense was tired.
As you said, run up the middle to Billy Guzzi for about a gain of 4 yards.
I think you might see that, guys,
25.
because what you're going to have them stop the momentum. Okay, that's a lesson for you,
Which
Mark
they
Glover.
need to do.
Stop the momentum. You want to stop the momentum of Franklin. We don't want to see their offense on the field for another 5 or 6 minutes. And look, guys, hands on hips already as Garrett has them. One play and a couple of linemen have their hands on hips.
Hunter Linhart under center. Drops back for the run up the middle to Billy Guzzi again for about a gain of what looks to be about 2 yards. Big third down possession here. About third and four.
Long four, man, I think. I would consider running it again. I might consider spreading them out and running it. And maybe you know what? Even if you get 3 yards and it's 4th and 1, go for it. Absolutely. You have nothing to lose at this state.
Nothing.
That's definitely true.
2 wide receivers. He has doubled, looks like 2 tight ends also. And he's
run up the middle again to Billy Guzzi. A decent gain of about,
here we are,
3 or 4, so 4th and 1.
It's going to go for it.
I would not be surprised if they went for it here.
Yeah, no hesitation. Exactly what we just talked about, guys.
If the O-line does their part here, all should go nice
he's
and
going to
well.
punt it. Wow, I'm stunned.
They might go for it. They might be setting them up for the play, but I don't know. They might go for it.
I am stunned. I would think Coach Morgan would have went for it on 4th and 1, but
Punt is up. Good pressure there by.
Oh, it gets by him.
Number three, Nicholas Leopold evades about 3 tacklers before being taken down for about a gain of 3 yards on the return.
Got to make those tackles.
Back on Franklin. So now it's brought back 15 yards down to what looks like Franklin's going to be starting on close to the 25-yard line.
All right, 9:45 left. See, Franklin's going to take a pretty decent field position here after that punt.
Yeah.
And Rosinski under center. Back to the shotgun formation, guys.
Takes a snap.
Oh, flag. That's probably either motion or delay. I have 0 on the play clock, so that's delay a game. Or it was false start.
We're going to get pushed back here.
I agree, 5 yards, and we need all the help we can get, guys. Maybe I can push them back 10 yards. So Franklin will start off 1st and 15 now on their own 25, 24. So this is their worst starting field position all game.
And that's saying something.
Yes.
Rosinski takes a snap, hands it off.
And he is just swallowed there. Was that Gordon, Garrett? Yeah, I think. Is it 46?
Yep, I'm pretty.
Was it 46?
36.
I think 36. That is Josh Cummings.
But that was Gordon on the carry there, guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a big loss there, guys. So it's going to be 2nd and a ton here. It's going to be almost 2nd and 18, if I count it right. I can't see the scoreboard here in the Franklin box. So Rosinski's definitely going to probably pass. Oh, inside handoff.
He's going to get some yards.
Good call, guys. Good call by the Panthers. He picked up about 14 yards, maybe 15. So it's going to be 3rd and short, 3rd and 3 for the Panthers there on the quick end around. And now Franklin going to hurry up offense here. And with 8:40 left to go in this quarter, they might be thinking, guys, hey, we get another touchdown. Plum's not coming back from 4 scores. And just run away with it here.
I think they're going to run it here.
Line up in the shotgun again.
Hands it off.
Oh no, it's
faked
play action.
to
Oh,
46.
good fake.
That's the first down. That would be Giorgio.
Oh, turnover. Plum stripped the ball. What are they calling here?
Oh,
No, that is. Oh, wow. Plum pulled the ball away. He still gave it to Franklin. Coach Morgan furious on the sidelines right now.
missed opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, Plum pulled the ball away, started moving in the opposite direction, but just not going Plum's way right now, guys, as the Panthers are at midfield again at their own 49-yard line.
They just keep lining up in the shotgun.
Handoff again to Zach Gordon.
Gain of about 1.
Yeah, he didn't gain much there, Mark. Maybe 1, huh?
Yeah.
Probably a half
Half a
yard,
yard,
but yeah, they gave him 1. So 2nd and 9. And Franklin starting to take some time off the clock, guys, as we're down now under 7.5. Just joining us, second quarter, 21-0 Panthers.
Rolls out to the left. Airs it out.
Throw it deep.
Oh, good defense.
That's separated by number 2, Reed Martin.
Reed Martin there turned his head real quick to deflect that ball. I'm sorry, Garrett, go ahead.
Real nice play by the defense there. Everyone knew where to be. Just great.
And 3rd and long now. I'm sure we're going to see Franklin throw it again here.
Oh, no, guys. We're up by 3 scores. That would not surprise me at all if they we saw an inside handoff here, but we'll see. I mean, typically 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9's a pass. We're up by 3 scores.
They're going to pass it here to number 22.
Complete.
Pops out at the end there.
Good defensive stand there by the Mustangs. Panthers will punt, and so we'll see here what Plum can do, guys, with 7:14 left to go here in the second quarter.
Intended receiver was Jacob Brand, just popped there at the end. Now they'll punt it.
Now, hopefully Plum can get some break. Plum's going to need some breaks, guys, now to get back in the game. So hopefully, you don't want to say there's going to be a bobbled snap or anything, but
it would be beneficial to Plum if that happened.
Yeah, no doubt, Mark. Good punt. He can kick.
Still caught. Oh, and he's still going.
Fumbled it too. Don't know. It looked like he lost the ball. It's out of bounds, and typical for Plum the whole entire game. Where we starting this drive at, guys?
The 20-yard line.
21-yard line.
21-yard line. We started a drive past the 24, I don't think.
I don't think so. It's just been bad field position all day.
Yeah, and it's hard. You got to try to turn that a little bit. And the only way you can turn that is if you were able to get 3 or 4 first downs or get a touchdown. So.
We had that one start where we were on the 25-yard line because of that penalty that Franklin on the kick.
So we'll see what happens now. Hunter under center. See if Plum goes back to the run, guys.
He's going to stay up.
And
they're going to get him now.
That's a huge loss for Plum.
That might be a loss of 12, at least 10 guys. Didn't see a whole gaggle of tacklers in there for the Panthers.
Oh, yeah.
So they mark it at the 10.
It's 2nd and 20.
So it'll be 2nd and 20 as Zach Gordon comes hustling off. So Hunter's here is going to have to air it out a little bit.
4 wide receiver set. Drops back.
Gonna throw it to looks like Matulsi.
Yeah, it was Max going across the middle there. Gain of 11.
Yeah, looks like they're back to where they started.
Yeah, at the 21. So it'll be 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9.
Plum's got to get a first down here, at least get it close so they can go for it on 4th.
I think I'd call the same play, guys. See Franklin only going to rush 3. Hunter all day to throw. Oh, that's right at the 30. Boy.
They gave him the first down.
Right there. Well, he gave it to him across the field.
Reed Martin with the catch there.
Good call there, Garrett. And Plum right at the 30-yard line.
And with 5:32 left, you suspect this is probably the last drive for Plum of this half.
Unless they score on a bomb, Garrett. You never know.
Yeah, and they are throwing a lot, so not too much clock should get run out.
Yeah, now Franklin switching up a little bit, guys. They go back to 4 down linemen.
They're going to hand it off.
Good run. Someone
Helmet
lost
came
a hat.
off
Yes.
on number 67.
Someone lost a hat there, Garrett. Number 67 for the Franklin Regional Panthers lost their helmet, so he'll have to come out for a play.
And that was Jake Painter.
Jake will have to come out for a play. Good running to catch a number, guys, of the Mustang that ran the ball.
I thought it was Mitolsi. It looked like
No.
a 7 for a second, but
Yeah, it definitely wasn't
I
Max.
think it was.
yeah, I did. That doesn't make sense, but
I think
can't
it
tell
was,
with these
Bailey
numbers.
Guzzi, number 1.
Oh, I think that's a catch.
It was a catch, and they're spotting him at the, looks like the 44-yard line. So that's another Mustang first down.
Good play there by Hunter Linhart. Good pass. Plum now with their first sustained drive, 2 first downs in a row, guys. So Plum up to the 44-yard line.
Keep moving the chains here. They're mixing it up with the pass and run, keeping the defense honest.
No, that's a good call, Mark. Big hole, guys. Big hole. Who was that? 19 on the tackle for Franklin.
But it was number 4 for the Mustangs.
That was Jack Paderowski on the tackle. And, sorry, was it number 4?
Yes.
Schraub with the carry.
So hard to see the whites on whites. You guys looked at me like a deer in headlights when we walked into the stadium tonight, and I said, oh, no, white on white.
yeah.
How hard is this? You made fun of my old eyes.
Pass up the middle to a
On a
wide open looks like number 8 for the Mustangs.
Nick Saluka.
Sluka with a big catch there, bringing the Mustangs just outside the Panther red zone on the 27-yard line. And you know what? Let's not get too anxious here. You don't have to throw it in the end zone on this play. Just keep on running past, keeping Franklin a little bit off kilter here. There's still 3:56 left to go in the quarter. No rush.
Look like you're going to run up the middle, and I don't know which number it is. It is number 4
James
Schraub.
Schraub again, yeah.
with a gain of 4 yards. So now it's 2nd and 3 yards, my mistake. It's now 2nd and 7.
Let's see, someone, 50, one of the Franklin Regional Panthers guys just came limping off the sidelines. Looked like 53 or 57. I think it was 53, Zach Crossland. So
No 57 on their team.
Key here is keeping the defense tired.
Oh, just overshot. Hunter not happy there. Just overshot the receiver. Not happy with himself, shaking his head. Knew he had him going across the middle there. Looked like the receivers crisscrossed, and I couldn't catch the number. But wide open going across the middle. Incomplete, 3rd and 7 for the Mustangs. Or a long 6. 3:16 left to go, second quarter. Plum down by 3 touchdowns, 21-0.
4 wideouts here. Over the middle.
Oh, good defense.
Number 5 on Franklin, Michael Evans with the break up there.
And we called his number plenty of times tonight, Mark.
Yeah.
He's good, and I think it's got to be 4-down territory. Little too far to kick here, I think. You know, talking about a 41-yarder, you're down by 3 touchdowns. And if you turn it over on downs, this might be the worst field position
But they're
Franklin
going
started
for
in.
it.
So I agree that you have to go for it here.
It's crucial right here. Drops back.
An incomplete pass there by Hunter Linhart. And so the Panthers will take over with 3:07 left to go in the second quarter at their own 24-yard line. And we'll see what they'll come out and do here. See if they want to run out the clock or if they'll try to want to put that proverbial nail in the coffin and go up by 4 scores here and try to move the ball. I think we're going to see Zach Gordon initially, guys, as I see him entering the huddle coming into your screen right now. Okay.
Yeah. Gordon's been a great player on offense and defense this whole game so far.
You know what? I looked like Plum jump, but I also saw the Franklin Regional off the right tackle, right guard move. So I think it's going to be procedure against the Panthers, guys. So it's going to be first and 15.
.307 left in the clock here.
Good run by Gordon. Is that Gordon? No. Flag. It's going to be holding. It's Gordon. Bounces that outside. Still running down to the 46-yard line. Gain of 27. But, guys, I have a feeling, unless someone grabbed the face mask, that's at least coming partially the way back. I saw the flag come in from the secondary, so it's probably a hold around the 30 to 35. So I imagine.
Legal blocking it back by the Panthers.
Was it legal blocking it back? Yeah, I see it right there, Garrett. Good call being on the ref. And so it's going to go from the spot.
The 30-yard line now.
Yes. So it'll be 1st and 5. .250 left to go, guys, in the second quarter. Quarterback kept it. Rosinski, good play.
Great play, and he's gonna get a touchdown here. Great play by Adam Rosinski. Quarterback run.
Great play by Rosinski. Boy, we had everyone faked out there, and he just took it to the outside, and that was it.
Everybody on the Mustangs bit at that one.
Yeah.
And he had all that sideline to work with. Now Franklin goes up 27-0 with 2:24 left in the second quarter. And DeFalco knocks it through for the extra point, 28-0.
Nice kick.
He's been automatic on those extra points all day. Plum's got to look to score here.
.224 left to go here in the second quarter, guys, and boy, Plum has anything left here. You got to put together a drive and hopefully build on something positive. Maybe get in here before halftime and potentially be down by 3 scores instead of 4, but we'll see.
Have a little bit of momentum before the half ends, and hopefully they get better starting field position. It's been terrible all day for them.
Has been terrible. And that's because they have a real good kicker here, Mark. He's able to put it down to the goal line or into the end zone. Actually, he's a little short on that one, huh?
Up to
the 27-yard line.
Yeah.
Plum starts off in pretty decent field position, guys. I mean, that's actually probably Plum's best start.
It is Plum's best
second
start.
best start of the off a kickoff here tonight. So
much different from last week. They had mostly all great starting position last week on kickoffs.
No doubt. No doubt, 100%.
Mustangs looking to just survive the rest of this half. We'll send it deep here, a little too far.
Second and 10 with 2:11 left on the 27-yard line. probably look to pass it again here. Over the middle, incomplete to number 7.
Max Matolsi.
Last week, I think we saw Linhart and Matulski they were on the same page on basically every pass, but today it's not looking that way.
No, I agree, Mark. Totally agree. Just the ball not bouncing the Mustangs' way so far tonight.
And I think the defense has been a big part of that too.
Sure.
Snap to Linhart, hands it off to number 4.
James Schropp.
Mm-hmm.
Timeout by the Panthers.
.155 to go here in the second quarter.
And that's their second time, or that's Franklin's first time out, guys. Plum's used one earlier on defense in the first half, so you know what Franklin wants to do. They want to get that 5th touchdown, go up 35-0, and then the mercy rule will start in the second half. If you're unfamiliar with the mercy rule, once one team gets up on another team by 35 points, the clock continually runs except for if it's a change of possession or an injury. So whether it's an incomplete pass, out of bounds play, it doesn't matter. So I think the Panthers want to kind of call this a quick night here. If they're able to get a good return or block the punt or move the ball, they want to end this game early on their opening night. And you know, I talked about this ever so briefly. You know, their revenge game last year was their home opener against the Tigers, and they were able to defeat the Tigers. Had 5 or 6 turnovers, and now this is their revenge game this year, their opening night against the Mustang, and it looks like deja vu.
High punt. It's going to be around.
And it takes a Panther bounce to the Plum 46.
Yeah.
So 1:45 left to go in the second quarter. The Panthers here looking to extend their lead to go up.
Yeah, and if that mercy rule comes into effect, the game will end a lot faster, and the Franklin will get to rest their guys up too. So.
No doubt. And you know what? It doesn't feel like a blowout, though. I mean, Plum's moved the ball. They gave up a turnover, you know, a touchdown on the turnover. Good punt return 2 plays later. They bounced another one in. Here they are starting another drive on the Plum 45-yard line. So
Radzinski to Evans.
incomplete, guys. Incomplete, which is good. You can see Radzinski here they definitely want to move the ball. And typical now you see in college and in high school football, you can see the coaches call the play. Not a lot of huddling anymore.
Nope.
Coaches call the play from the sidelines, Garrett, and players are all on the same page. And then
out to number 6. Oh, he's
good
going to make a
move.
miss there.
Quick screen pass there.
Real nice juke.
Devon Powell. Brings it up to about the 28 the 32. Looks like a hurry up here from Franklin. Quick pass. Oh. Bounces right out of number, I think that's number 8. Nick Saluka's hands.
Rodzinski.
Oh, good deflection
blocked ball.
there. Who was that, guys? Who jumped
Number
up there?
7.
Number 7.
Max
Matolsky.
Matolsky.
Looks like Franklin keeps going back to that same play. Just drop back and do a quick pass, like right over the middle on that fade route. But be surprised if they went to it again.
3rd and 10, guys. 3rd and 10. Another wide receiver screen.
Nice.
Cuts it up the middle.
Oh, good move to
nice
the outside,
blocking.
guys.
Great blocking by the Franklin Regional. It's going to get on the pylon, fumble it in the end zone, but it's recovered by another Panthers, so that's going to bring us up to 34 nothing.
Yeah, it looks like he dropped it there at the end, but
Yeah, it's
3
recovered.
Liverpool got it back, and that'll be another touchdown.
That was a tremendous play by the Franklin Regional Panthers there. Great blocking.
Quick screen, and he just cut it right back to the other sideline. Great blocking by Franklin too.
So if Franklin's able to convert the extra point, guys, we'll enact the mercy rule here at the start of the second half. A timeout by the Panthers. So that's their second of the half.
Minute 6 seconds left here.
Now let's talk about the positives a little bit, guys. We know that, Plum has had some success running the ball. Hunter Linhart hasn't looked as sharp as he did last week, but he still has put the ball on the money, has made some good passes. So, in the second half, I'm sure Plum will want to establish the pass and the run, trying to move the ball to build on something for next week because the Gators come to town, and we know that Gateway is one of those teams that they predicted that would be challenging for the 5A title. So we'll see what the Mustangs can do here for the rest of the game. But first, the extra point, 34-0 Panthers.
DeFalco's going to put up another one.
He's 5 for 5 tonight. And now that mercy rule that we've been talking about will come into effect. Yeah, and Plum's just, on offense, you saw them take it up the field a few times, but they just haven't been able to convert.
Franklin will be kicking off now. DeFalco either leading off. Just another great kick.
Fumble.
Fumble.
Ball pops out.
I think Franklin got it, guys. Number 2 on the recovery.
Yeah.
Colton Johns.
Boy, oh boy, this is just, when it's going bad, it just keeps on going bad here. Seemed a little mix up there by the 2 kickoff returners by the Mustangs, and then Franklin was able to strip the ball.
Yeah, just some confusion there. Not entirely sure what happened.
They both were trying to get the ball,
And then they started slow, and Franklin was just able to push up the field pretty easily. That ball popped out.
So 35-0 here, guys. 55 seconds left to go.
Rodzinski hands it off to number 1.
Justin Johns.
And you know what? It'll be interesting to see if Franklin tries to push this in. I don't think they're going to purposely try to run it up, but you can probably get off maybe Definitely one more play, maybe two, and I think we're going to see a whole lot of number one here, guys.
Yeah. Try to punch it up, but it's going to be brought down by a swarm.
You see a hat on the field also there. Another Franklin Regional Panther lost their
52.
52, CJ Siereski.
So he'll have to come off.
And with 13 seconds left in the half, Franklin looks like they're taking their second timeout.
Yeah, so it'll be 3rd and 4. I think you're going to see them try to score here, guys. That's why if it doesn't matter, they wouldn't have called a timeout. They want to punch it in. And as Plum last year, now this goes back to last year, why they might want to run it up a little bit. We talked about it before this game started. Last year, Plum went up by, they were up by a touchdown, scored on the extra point. Jackson Gilday was hit, roughing the kicker. Another personal foul penalty was on the Panthers, which moved Jackson Gilday up. Instead of kicking off from our own 40, he kicked off from the Franklin Regional 30. And being up by 2 scores, middle of the 3rd quarter, Coach Morgan decided to go for the onside kick. Plum recovered, punched it in, went up by 3 touchdowns, and then, you know, the route was on. So I know Franklin Regional wasn't too happy with that. And so they've circled this game on their calendar, as Plum will probably do next year. And so they want to score.
Flag on the play, the back of the end zone there. So
It's Rosinski in the back of the end zones. Typically some sort of motion mark. So I think that one's going to be called back. There's 11 seconds left to go in the 2nd quarter. Franklin's actually pointing at Plum. I didn't see the call. It's a touchdown, guys.
That'll be a penalty on Plum.
So I didn't see what the call was, guys. Did you?
I didn't catch
I
it
did
either.
not.
Oh.
No, here it comes. Here it comes. It's too
Illegal
many
block
minutes.
with the helmet
Oh, illegal
on
block.
the Plum. I mean, illegal tackle with the helmet.
Touchdown's good. So Franklin with the extra point coming up.
DeFalco back out here. As expected, DeFalco gets another one in.
42.
We've seen him all night on kickoffs, extra point attempts.
And it'll be a 42-0, most likely as the half ends.
Well, if you're a Franklin Regional Panther fan, this is great. Everything's gone your way. For the Mustangs, it's going to be back to the drawing board before the Gators come into town next week.
And the Gators right now are leading PT 14-7. And we
And
all
that's
know PT is a really good team, so that's
their rival. That's a big rivalry game for those two schools, Garrett. It used to be Plum and Gateway, but you know, unfortunately, Plum and Gateway's been in and out of each other's section off and on for the last couple years. Plum might have more of a rivalry against the Panthers. So the penalty against the Mustangs, Panthers going to kick off from the Mustangs' 45-yard line, as you can see. And
they're actually to kick it off, and it goes straight through the back, almost straight through the field goal.
Really impressive kick there.
Yeah,
he can definitely kick the ball.
started up, I think, at the 45 because
Yeah.
of that penalty on Plum that last play.
So, I mean, Plum will probably just take a knee here and get into the locker room here. down 42-0, and then we will get to see first. We'll see the Plum Mustang band come out, and then I think it will be Plum's doing West Side Story this year, and then we have the Franklin Regional Band. I see a lot of peace costumes, a peace float, Beatles, so
But
it's
they're
going to be
actually not
something
like
in the
just taking
70s.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're actually throwing it here.
It's out of the hands of Matulsi, right in the hands of number 5, but he can't hang on. Michael Evans there.
3 seconds left.
So Plum electing to throw, try to get up the midfield to throw maybe a Hail Mary. Didn't quite work. So 3 seconds left here in the second quarter. Thought they would take a knee, but Matt Morgan not showing any quit.
They're going back in the huddle, so looks like they're going to throw it again. Try and get a score here. 80 yards down the
Or just
field.
one last play to get some momentum for the next half. Throw to.
Oh, hook and ladder.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Saw a lateral there, dropped.
That'll be in the first half. Franklin Regional is up 42-0.
We're going to have to see some big changes from Plum if they want to get anything in the next half.
Yeah, with the mercy rule in effect there, Mark, they're going to have to, they're going to go back to the drawing board a little bit, try to build on what they did against the Golden Rams, and hopefully get a couple sustained offensive drives here to build on some momentum for the Gateway Gators. But now we'll get ready for the Plum High Band and the Franklin Regional Panther Band.
Yeah. So hot. They don't have water down there. They don't have Gatorade.
beautiful people are here for the Franklin Regional Panther Band with drum majors Megan Swift, Bob Jane, and Lane Klein. Dude, you want to talk 60s? These Panther Cats are ready to blow your mind with a flashback to the age of Aquarius and flower power. It's time to turn on and tune in. It's time for peace, love, and a little 60s. In the 60s, we had cool television theme songs from shows like Bonanza, Andy Griffith, Hogan's Heroes, and Star Trek. And who needs a remote with only 3 networks? It's easy to find my favorite television secret agents, Maxwell Smart and Jim Phelps.
This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Good luck, Jim.
Kids in my time were flipping over boss new toys like Rock'em Sock'em Robots, G.I. Joe, Hot Wheels, and Twister. The game that ties you up in knots. These cats like to play that game with a hit song from 1968, Bend Me, Shake Me. Catch you on the flip side.
Ladies and gentlemen, please check your 50-50 tickets. We have a winning number. And that number is on a red ticket. 29570. Tonight's 50-50 is worth $431. Again, the number is 295-740. Please bring your ticket to the scoreboard side of the press box.
When they're ready to go, it will obviously be quick. So, Mark, when you start off filming, Matt will come back eventually because everyone's going to leave. So, why don't you do play-by-play yourself? Garrett and I will jump in and color. Okay? Is that cool? Really? I went in to school. I feel you. That turkey salad in there. We'll start some next block goes down to 0-0. Start. No problem.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second half of the Plum Mustangs versus the Franklin Regional Panthers. Right now, the Panthers are leading 42-0. With, well, assume the Mustangs are going to be getting the receiving the kick this time.
No, we should be kicking actually, Garrett, because we went 3 plays and out. Yeah, so We do know the mercy rule will be in effect. And as we go through here, Franklin's first possession, Garrett Suska can start reading off some stats to us, but looks like it'll be Tyler Kolinkowski, I believe, kicking off. Hopefully he'll get several other opportunities to kick off this half, but this half's going to move rather quickly with 35-point lead at 35 points. If one team's ahead of the other by 35 points, the mercy rule is in effect, the score being 42-0. So this clock will be a continuous clock here for the second half. So we'll see what Plum can build on here, guys.
So the Mustangs score two touchdowns.
Doesn't matter.
Mercy rule stops, or does it
No,
keep going?
continues to go.
Okay.
Okay,
so number 9 of the
3.
returning team.
Is
Yeah,
that
number
9?
3.
Yeah.
Takes
Great
it all the
field
way
position.
to the Plum Mustangs 49-yard line.
Nick Leopold.
Actually, he was number 3. Nicholas Leopold, like Garrett said.
And I don't think we're going to see Rosinski. I would assume we're not going to see him throw the ball at all. I'd be stunned, guys. I would just naturally assume that Franklin's going to run in here and on every play, but we'll see.
Yeah, Radzinski was 8 for 14 with 125 yards last half.
Big loss of yards for the Panthers, and the Mustangs bring them down to the spot of the plays, a loss of 2, so he's 2nd and 12. And the person receiving the football was number 40, Zach Gordon, who just got hit by what looks like one of the defensemen on the right side, and just pushed him all the way back, and they give him four progress. So now they're running with him to the middle, number 40 again, and he gets
That's Gordon again.
a gain of 5 this time.
And again, guys, of all the years I've taped Plum football, and I'm aging myself here, but it's been over 20 years, this just does not seem like a typical Plum, they're getting blown out by 42 points. We've moved the ball offensively. We've run the ball decently well. Hunter's thrown the ball decently well. Not as well as last week against the Golden Rams, but they've moved the ball, but just one bad thing is into another, just a domino effect. Here we got delay a game, or might be.
Yeah, I agree, Mr. Barat.
And it looks like it is false start on the Panthers, so bringing them back to 3rd and 12.
There definitely are some positives to take out of this game. I know the score is not looking good for us, but I feel like when Matt Morgan brings a team into the film room, there will be a lot of positives that they could take out of this game.
No, and unfortunately, guys, you got one of the best teams in 5A next week. There's that wide receiver screen.
And there's another flag. Looks like it's going to be roughing the passer on the Mustangs, and it is a gain of what looks like 15 on the play, and the Panthers get a first down. But let's just see what this flag is called. Yes, roughing the passer, as I suspected.
Yeah, there are some pauses. It'd be nice to have Highlands come in next week, or Connellsville, which we have the following week. But
our momentum back.
Yeah, you got to face one of the heavyweights next week, which will be an uphill climb. But it is what it is.
And that heavyweight is Gateway, I'm suspecting, and Gateway's leading 20-7 against PT right now. And it's on
PT's. They had a barn burner last week too, a high-scoring game.
They did. I'm pretty sure
they
they lost
the
to
middle,
Norwood
and
last week, did they?
Another first down.
I thought so. Here comes a
there's
late
another
flag, and that one came way from downtown, bouncing in several flags, 2-3 flags. And if you're the Mustangs, and Coach Morgan will get on the players. Hey, this is a big rival game for Franklin and Plum, and Franklin's talking trash. And if you're the Mustangs, you got to hold back. Matt, you've been involved in that in basketball.
For sure.
You've played against the same guys, whether it's club or AAU, and then junior high. You're seeing the same guys, Matt. You know how it is. So
for sure. Now at this point, they'll do anything they can just to get the score a lot higher and to get under your skin, and you just have to stay composed and try to ground it out the second half.
So number 14, the quarterback, takes the snap, hands up to number 40, who gets
Very good
tackled
tackle there.
instantly
Yes.
for a loss of 2 yards.
It's so hard again.
By
If you're
number
just
36, I'm not sure who that is.
Cummings, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right, Garrett.
Cummings.
Good job. Yeah, and it's so hard here. You know, you want to, Matt, Coach Morgan and the Mustangs just want to build towards next week. And, they're rubbing salt in the wound and stuff. And it's similar what you went through, Matt, last year. I mean, the basketball team took their lumps
We for sure
last
did.
year, being one of the youngest, if not the youngest team in the WPIAL, playing against Penn Hills
Yep.
twice and all the heavyweights. So.
Exactly.
Hands off to number 40, who gets a gain of, looks like 5 yards.
And that's another thing that this Plum football team is struggling with is they only have about 7 seniors compared to last year when they had upwards to
20 something.
Yeah,
It was 20,
exactly.
27, something
So
like
they
that.
graduated a lot, so they have a very young team. I know after this game where everybody's going to think, oh, they got destroyed and everything, but this is a good learning curve for these young guys that it can happen whenever. Coming off a hot week, they just got to stay in these games. They can't let it get out of hand.
And Coach Morgan, he'll keep it that way too. And, it's the
flag coming-
offsides there,
yeah.
I think, against the Mustangs. But Coach Morgan has to keep it in perspective because the
Offsides.
players are not dumb. They know Gateway's coming up. Gateway's going to be a difficult game, but then Connellsville is the week after, and that's a team that, on paper, Plum has pounded the last 2 years. So.
Yeah.
You just got to keep riding that positive wave, And, I was talking to Brandon, one of the coaches, and he said, remember, the top 5 teams make the playoffs, and then there's a 6th as a wild card team. So it's incomplete pass.
Straight, yeah.
So it'll be 4th and 3 for Franklin as the clock continues to run, as we're almost at the halfway point, believe it or not, of the third quarters. We're under 7 minutes, but when you say 5 teams, guys, everyone has, Penn Trafford,
Yep.
Gateway, McKeesport. Okay, they're the top 3. Maybe Franklin's the top 4. But guess what?
2 spots.
There's still
Yep.
there's still the 5th guaranteed spot
Exactly.
left in a wild card, which could be, a Plum, Latrobe, and Albert Gallatin, whatever. So
And Latrobe is losing 32-7 against Penn Hills right now, so.
And I know after this game, everybody will think Franklin is the better team, which it may be, but who knows with their section what they do. They could lose every other game.
they're in our
after
section.
this.
Yeah,
They're in our section.
They could lose every other game.
Yeah, they
after
could
this.
also, and that's what happened, how Plum was bounced out last year. If Plum would have beat Latrobe, they would have been right there because
Yep.
Franklin upset McKeesport. McKeesport beat us. We beat Franklin.
Exactly.
So you never know, like if Plum can muster out a victory against Gateway and Gateway pounds Franklin, so you never know until you play the game. And you
Exactly.
guys, Garrett, you know that. Playing baseball, Matt, you know that, playing basketball. So it's a made field goal there. So it's now 45-0 Panthers, and the clock does stop because it is going to be a change of possession at 6:20 left to go here in the third quarter. So Mustangs will receive the kickoff here. And I'm really curious to see Hunter Linhart come out, or we might see
our first
Ryan
time
Hubner.
Ryan Hubner come
Yeah,
out. Yep.
we never know here. And Ryan Hubner, the sophomore, might get some action here as this game whittles down.
Exactly. Give him a little bit of experience in a varsity game. Because in all honesty, how bad can it get?
That is true.
Good tackle there by the Panthers. Again, I apologize. I can't see the number, guys.
Even when it got dark, it's
Yeah,
still
so- And wait,
he's white on white.
2 years ago, Matt, we were your sophomore year. We were at Kiski. We were at least another 30, 40 rows higher,
Oh,
and
yeah.
another 30, 40 rows pushed
Yep,
back.
which is
It was impossible to see anything.
Yep. So, I mean, they may look nice, but hey, they want their numbers called.
And
out.
only the TV production students understand what white on white means.
Yeah.
You hear me say that in class, you're like, oh, what, your eyes are old, Mr. Barat? You can't see the numbers? You have no idea until you're trying to call the game. At least Garrett Susko will be here for the next couple years. And when they go back to white on whites, when you guys graduate, he'll be like, oh, I remember that game in Franklin. You said white on white.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't like the white on white. My eyesight's not getting any better, I don't think.
So what the Mustangs need to realize is that in all my experience with baseball, a loss is a loss, a win is a win. It doesn't matter if it's by 1 point or it's by 50 points. All the Mustangs need to do is look after this, and there's a nice run by, I can't even see.
It looked like it was Billy Guzzi.
For a first down, but they need to look at this and say,
yeah, number one.
They got the butts kicked in, but it's only one game. Come back against Gateway,
Exactly.
try and make it that.
Hopefully we can string along some few good possessions here.
Yeah, and build towards next week.
Because that's what we need to look for going forward tonight, is to build momentum for the next game. Because this game is, you hate to say it, but might be out of reach just a little bit.
But still, if they can get some momentum from this game and give Gateway a ride next week,
Run
even
for
if
money
it's
for sure.
that can be
A late penalty flag comes onto the field.
Wonder what it's going to be. Let's see what the refs have to say.
It's on Franklin. I'm not sure what it is.
What
It might be
call? Yeah, I have no idea what the call was, but
might be taunting, maybe. Unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, it's definitely unsportsmanlike conduct.
sure.
So it's going to move them down 15 yards, and the clock does stop here on this
Yep.
penalty calls. We're at 3:52 left in the third, 45-0 Panthers. Now you'll start to see, guys, the Panthers bench. We're going to start calling out numbers here. You'll see numbers that we haven't called out in the whole first half, and likewise for Plum. You know, Plum doesn't want to risk injuries, you know, after we get into the fourth quarter here.
They're almost going to treat it as like an NFL preseason game.
Yeah.
Correct.
It'll be run up the middle by
Jimmy Schropp.
Yeah, it looks like Jimmy Schropp, who gets a gain of, it looks like 2, and it'll be 2nd and 8.
So when we air this tonight and over the weekend, guys, you guys will be getting ready for the first day of school, which is new for me. It's only happened a couple times. It started after Labor Day, so a little bit of a late start for us. But I'm sure you're, not to sound like a teacher here, but a little anxious to start the school year, especially Matt, you and Garrett.
Our
know,
senior year,
Want to get it going here, right?
Yes, sir.
Run up the middle, and he gets stopped for another 2-yard gain, but so now it's a 3rd and looks like 5.
In the words of the great Mr. Parenti, 9th grade English teacher, we are going into the fourth quarter of our football game.
Yes. Yes, this is the fourth quarter of your high school career. Yes.
Shout out to Mr. Parenti if you're listening.
And hopefully a successful basketball season. I know that you're looking forward to that, Matt. I mean, we were talking about that all during your junior year.
Flag on the play. But the pass was incomplete, so let's just see what the ref has to say on that penalty.
No, I'm surprised there was not a pass in the secondary. That looked like a lot of contact before the ball came in.
Yeah, I can hear the snap of the ball off the pads or pad-to-pad contact there. Oh, sorry, Matt.
Oh, no, you're fine.
So it's penalty on the Mustangs. Holding.
Yep.
Penalty on the Mustangs, surprising.
So, you know, Franklin should decline it and go to 4th down.
But they did not, so they're taking a 3rd, and what it looks like it's going to be 17 or, 18, I mean.
Yeah, definitely 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, Garrett. So let's see if he gets some time here, if Hunter will air it out deep.
Give maybe young stud Max Matulski a chance.
Oh, got a good pass up the middle. Oh, it's just a little bit low.
He had him beat.
Yes, he did. He had him beat.
Number 8, Nick Shaluka. You could see the frustration on the faces, or almost the posture of the Mustangs.
Oh, yeah.
See, Laurel Highlands up ahead of Galbert Gallatin, 19-0. Typically, Laurel Highlands not a strong team. I saw Penn Hills over Latrobe 38-7. And the
Penn
one
Hills
that
over
was
Latrobe.
really interesting to me was McKeesport was beating Connellsville 21-7.
Okay.
So you thought that score would be a little bit
little
higher,
larger, yep.
but not. So either Connellsville might be a little bit better, or maybe McKeesport's not as strong.
Maybe.
So
On that point, the Mustangs got a good bounce, and now the Panthers will be starting on the Panthers 30. So, what do you think the Panthers are going to do? Just run the ball and just
run.
Or they may want to see what their
And run.
young studs they can come out, see what it's a huge opportunity for these young guys to see what they
Sure.
can do to prove to their coaches.
because with the mercy roll, like you said, Mr. Brott, it's always a running clock. So even if it's incomplete pass,
New quarterbacking, guys.
Yep, new quarterback. I just saw that, number 13.
And running back number
That
9 with the ball. So 13 at
Trevor-
quarterback.
Trevor Burnchick.
And
And
number 9 was running the ball there, Matt.
number 9, Brandon Sonato is in for running back, and number 13, Trevor Burnchick, I think. It's a
Yeah,
tough,
that's what Garrett
tough last
said.
name to
And you
say.
know what? Then that's going to be the end of the quarter. So we'll let Mark get a shot of the scoreboard here. And as you can see, unfortunately here for the Mustangs, and Plum had what, one possession? One offensive possession for the Mustangs. So
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah.
45-0 as we get ready to start the
Fourth quarter.
fourth. So what we have now is we'd like to see see what happens now is Franklin wants to give their backups the opportunity to do something here, because you never know when you're going to get injuries. And it also likewise it'll be interesting to see if we see Hunter Linhart come out, or
It will be. Yes, it will.
or will Ryan Hubner come out? And you can make an argument for both. Hey, let's get Hunter as a starting quarterback this year, or, if Hunter gets hurt, you want to give Ryan Hubner some varsity snaps.
Exactly. Great pressure there by the Mustangs coming in. Looks like it was number.
I couldn't see. There's
I
a
could not
couple
see.
gaggle of tacklers there, Matt. So I don't have my X-ray vision goggles on to see the whites on whites. Can I say that?
I think you forgot them.
Yeah, I might have forgot them, Mark, huh? As I make the first superhero reference during the broadcast. So it's 3rd and 13 for the Panthers. Running clock as we're under 11 and a half, guys. Ooh, good move. Good tackle
move,
by
too.
the
Great,
Mustangs.
yep.
Fighting his way through.
Yeah, he did. He made about 3 or 4 Mustang tacklers miss, Garrett. So
Good effort, but not enough. It looks to be a 4th and 9. Panthers punting team comes out. Billy Guzzi back to return for the Mustangs. And looks like Anthony DeFalco will continue punting for the Panthers.
he has a leg.
He
Oh,
sure
man.
does.
Big
I'd like
boot.
to see how far this goes. Remember, he's kicking from the 30, so let's see where Guzzi gets this ball at. A little short on that one. That one only about 30 yards, but gets a huge bounce.
Oh, that
Boy, it's 20-yard bounce, 30-yard kick, 20-yard bounce, 50-yard punt.
Exactly.
It just has anything went Plum's way tonight at all?
It's not looking like it.
Certainly
Jeez,
not.
Man, when we punt the ball, it goes back towards us. Franklin punts it. They get 20 yards on a roll. Yeah, clock will stop on the change of possession. They're continuing to run it.
Yeah, they're still running it.
So we're under. That's incorrect. Clock's supposed to stop with injuries and change of possession. But clock is running. So we're under 10 minutes.
Looks like there's 2 out on Hunter Lindhart's. It looks like Hunter Lindhart is still back under center.
Yes, he is. Play action.
Fake run. Goes deep to Max Matulski over his head. He was covered tightly by number 10 Jeffrey Downs, a sophomore out of the Franklin Regional High School.
And you know what, guys? This could be Plum's last possession. Because
it very well could be.
Yeah, if Plum's able to get a couple first downs, and if they have to punt guys, and Franklin gets a couple first downs, I mean,
that's the game.
Yeah.
That's the game. We're almost under 9 minutes left to go now here in the fourth quarter.
9 minutes and 13 seconds left to start the second down and 10 possession for the Mustangs. Hunter Lindhart back in shotgun. Play action pass, great catch for.
Get any digits on that, man? I can't see.
He's getting blocked by his teammates. His teammate is not helping me out. I was not able to see that, unfortunately.
I'm going to say something to Matt Morgan when after the game when we walk over there. I'm going to say you cannot wear whites on whites anymore.
Yes.
It's horrible.
Help out your TV production crew.
That's right.
Nice run up the middle by what looks to be Jimmy Schropp. He saw some opening.
Just tripped up there, guys. He gained at least 10, if not 12. But
that does not look good. He's limping off the sideline.
Could be a. That could be a
stinger
there.
He's been their leading rusher all game.
All game. He might have caught a helmet maybe to the calf, maybe a Charlie horse. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hunter Lindhart back in shotgun. Looks for a nice run up the middle for Billy Guzzi. Great run up the middle for about a gain of 12 yards.
No,
about
6 maybe, Matt. 6,
Whoa.
Second and four.
I don't know what game I was watching there, but.
Well, you're new to this broadcasting thing, you know. Maybe I'm
trying my best.
Yeah, you're doing well, but I have to say that. So I'm just kidding. You're doing great. Of course, you're doing wonderful.
Well, I appreciate that, Mr. Barat.
Yes. Now, if you're calling the basketball games, we have a problem.
Yeah, if you hear my voice during basketball games.
Yes, we want you hitting threes.
He goes up the middle to about. To what looks to be, I thought I saw maybe, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was an incomplete pass here. I'm going to read the scores here. See, McKeesport still 21-7 over Connellsville. Penn Hills was up 44-7 over Latrobe.
Laurel Highlands is up Albert Galentine, what I thought was.
Albert
Galentine. 19-0. 19. That's an odd number.
Well, they probably missed the extra point, and
that's
if then you go for 2 and you miss a 2-point conversion like us last week. That's 12. Ooh, almost a catch.
Almost a catch to Hunter Lindhart. Pass to what seemed to be sophomore Max Matulski in and out of his hands.
You see, the Plum Mustangs should go for it. It's 45-0.
They need to.
And we're already at the halfway point of the fourth quarter, guys. So
exactly.
It's just rolling right through here as we're under 6 minutes to go.
6 minutes to get 45 points. Greatest comeback in Whippeal history here coming here.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it would be great to be a part of that, but I don't think so. Not tonight.
Do you believe in miracles?
Handoff.
Nice run again by Billy Guzzi.
Oh, he squirted through there for the first down. So, and that's, you get a 1 or 2 more first downs, and that's going to be the game. And Plum will take this snap. Unless they go hurry up, it'll be under 5 minutes.
Under 5 minutes to go. 1st and 10, ball on Franklin's 49-yard line.
Well, it was, again, good play by the Panthers. Good game by the Panthers. Just come out and they just took it right to Plum. And,
Yep.
you got to give credit where credit's due. Franklin's looked really good tonight
They
here.
have.
Plum has to get on track here a little bit.
Play action pass. Pass goes deep to
Good catch.
pass interference, flag.
Yeah, he looked like he was being held. It's
For sure was getting impeded for his progress.
It's definitely defensive holding, if not pass interference. You have to call that. The ref's going to pick up the foul flag right there on the 20.
It's not.
Pass interference against the Panthers, so that'll be an automatic first down.
Automatic
that
first
will advance
down.
it 15 yards.
15
that should
yards, yep.
take it to the 34-ish. It's just a 15-yard penalty, so it's not like in college, guys, or the NFL,
Where's
not from the spot of the foul.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which would have helped out the Mustangs for about
Sure.
another 15 yards, but run up the middle to Billy Guzzi again. He breaks it
Got the
outside,
corner,
misses a few
guys.
tackles
Some good blocks there, but tackled.
for about a gain of what looks to be 12 yards.
Be another Mustang
Another
first
Mustang
down.
down.
And so
That is not good. He looks to be grabbing onto his knee, which is never a good thing in sports.
I can't see the number, guys. What is it?
Looks to be 24. Seth Norcutt, which would be a horrible loss for the Mustangs.
Yeah,
One of our
Seth had a pretty solid, real good defensive game last week against the Golden Rams of Highlands, and I believe might have caught a pass or two from the tight end position last week, Matt. So
he's the leader on the defense at middle linebacker, and he did a great job last game. And
see Coach Morgan coming out here on the
Matt Morgan
on the
had
field.
high hopes for him to have a very good senior year.
Yeah, so he comes out. Not Seth is, John Ratesic, our former principal at Plum, played at Southern Miss, won a national championship at Southern Miss, always told me that if the player is squirming on the field for an injury, they're fighting it. It's usually typically a good thing. If they are immobile and not moving, it's something severe. And that even goes to the point now with like concussions and hits to the head.
That is true.
Like,
that is true.
Not to dwell on the fact with Ryan Shazier, but Ryan Shazier went down. It wasn't like he was squirming. I mean, there was just
down.
No movement. You can see here Seth.
Which is a very rare thing to happen, too, in football. But good
Up
news, he's up on his feet.
Can't put a lot of pressure on it, so
no.
don't know what that injury is. We obviously wish the best for Seth, television production 3 student also, so we'll see him in class in a couple days here, get the inside scoop. But hopefully it's nothing serious. Actually putting a little bit more weight on it.
He's trying. He's fighting it, as you said.
As he's fighting it, so hopefully it's not too serious.
Showing his toughness.
Absolutely,
Exactly.
Garrett. So
looks like Hunter Linhart is again back.
yeah, and he'll probably finish the game, obviously, as we have 4 minutes and 20 seconds
This will
left.
be our last possession. Hopefully we can come with a touchdown, end this game with a little bit of momentum heading into our big section matchup against Gateway next Friday, 7 o'clock.
And it doesn't have to be any urgency here. Plum doesn't have to
No.
attack the end zone. They can still run the ball.
Yep. Which we've had a lot of success. That is one huge positive that we can take as Billy Guzzi runs it up the middle for about no gain there.
Yeah, maybe. I was going to say maybe
Maybe
back
a loss
to the
of a
line.
yard about.
Yeah, maybe back to
Half a yard, 1 yard.
to the 24. So we'll still call it 2nd and 10, guys, as we're under 3:45 now left to go in the game. And still, Plum does not have to pass the ball yet. They can still run the ball here.
Hunter Linhart under center, takes the snap, runs up to Billy Guzzi. Billy Guzzi breaks a few tackles.
Knocked down maybe at the 21-ish. Gain of 3.
About a gain of maybe 2 actually there.
See the Gators, by the way. Just showed the Gateway score, guys. They were beating the Penn Trafford Warriors 27-7. So
27-7. That is a big game.
yeah, that means
Rematch of last year.
Yeah, so Gateway, Penn Trafford, and the Key Sport all winning. Well, all supposedly the top 3 seeds. Now will be Gateway, Franklin, the Key Sport ahead of the section here. So,
And another thing with Gateway, they're a very old team. As Hunter Linhart takes it back, play action,
all day.
looks for a pass.
Good catch.
Good catch. Penalty flag comes out late.
Yeah, where's that flag? What could that be? Who was down there? It was out at 10.
I have no idea.
Right there, right at the 10. That's a first down for the Mustangs, but
Looks
Plum
like it was a
moving back.
catch by number 9, Logan Brooks.
Wonder if that was a
Almost
legal
maybe a
block
down.
in the back.
Yeah,
maybe.
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, Garrett's on that. He has a referee there, so that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So it takes away a first down from the Mustangs. Actually going to call it a spot foul. So it was at the 10. Yeah, it was at the 10, Matt. 10-yard penalty, move it back to the 20. So instead of like 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, which I thought it was 3rd and 7. Now maybe 3rd and 6-ish.
A long 6.
Yeah.
Hunter Linhart takes it back in shotgun. Looks back left. Gets a lot of pressure.
Good. Oh, he's open.
Throw it up.
He's open.
Touchdown.
Touchdown Mustangs. Looks to be about number 9, Logan Brooks.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a 9 or a 5.
Yep.
I can't. Garrett's zooming in on it. Focus.
That's the best thing that can happen for the Mustangs at this point.
Just wanted them
put
to
up points.
Score, and there's a minute 47 left to go, and we're not going to see Franklin do anything spectacular here. They're gonna get the kickoff, and besides, if they don't return it for a touchdown, they're essentially going to go run.
Yep.
And that should be it for the game. So unless Plum tries an onside kick. Now, we knew extra points last week was giving us problems. And
Tyler Kulinkowski takes the kick right up the middle.
well, it's good for
Good
Tyler.
snap. Yeah, good for Tyler. He played his freshman year, did not play last year, I believe, and comes back this year because, as we said earlier, Jackson Godet, our strong-legged kicker, graduated, so he did not have any experience. So it was good for Tyler to come back.
And listen, again, to draw on the positives, the amount of pressure that was on the kicker last week, Josh Cummings, some of those balls, Highlands could have scooped up before he actually kicked it. The amount of penetration. So looks like, in the last week, Plum might have corrected their PAT, their extra point conversion.
Which is another positive, as you said, that we can look forward to next week.
And Billy Guzzi running the ball, and when you play Gateway, you got to be able to run the ball to kill the clock and shorten the game because they're obviously a quick strike offense. So
as Gateway, they graduated really. Their big graduate of last year was their quarterback, their senior quarterback that led them to a WPIAL championship and to a second-place state champion runner-up. So they have almost everybody returning this year. They have a solid sophomore, has major about 5 or 4 big D1 offers.
Yeah, they
so
do.
We have a tough matchup about next week, but a lot of positives that we can bring to next game.
Nice kick. Brought down around 30-yard line.
30-yard line, yep. Looks like number 9 on Franklin. Number 9, Brandon Zanato, was back to return that. Broke a few tackles, but was able to was brought down by Mustangs.
Yeah, this will probably be the last drive of the game. Probably just going to run out the clock here.
For sure, I would not be surprised if they went into the victory formation.
I don't know. They're probably just going to hand the ball off, honestly, Matt. I mean, there's a minute 3 left to go. Honestly, it's essentially 2 running plays. So.
Yep. Number 13 again. Number 13, Trevor Brinnick. Run right up the middle.
And this unless there's a penalty or something, for all intents and purposes, as we're under a minute now, as there's 50 seconds left. This should be it here.
An I formation. Bad snap, fumble. Picked up, kicked.
Yeah, Franklin recovers.
Franklin recovers with about 15 seconds left in the game. I believe that will be the game as Franklin defeats the Franklin Panthers defeat the Plum Mustangs 45-7 on this beautiful Friday night.
Tonight's game, the first score, Franklin Regional 45, Plum 7.
Yeah, that'll be a wrap.
That is the game.
Well, again, guys, as we see Plum going through the handshake, some things to draw on is obviously the Mustangs. A couple possessions here in the second half converted the PAT, which was an issue last week, but that's so minor.
Yep.
Hunter Linhart, not as strong as he was last week, but connected on some passes. Guzzi ran the ball decently well tonight. They're going to have to correct some mistakes on defense. But we'll see what happens against the Gators next week. It's a little to come from last week's game where they pretty much took it to the Golden Rams.
Yep.
Plum got a little bit taste of their own medicine tonight as the Panthers kind of put it towards to the Mustangs. So
But again, a big learning curve can be had from this. They can't hang their heads.
No doubt about it.
They need to come in on tomorrow morning, off Sunday, off Monday for the holiday.
Sure.
And on Tuesday and come back with some good practices leading up to the Gateway game. Because, again, there is a lot of positives that can come out of this game. They just have to look for them.
Yes, no, there's no doubt about it. And you guys did well in the broadcast, and we're going to keep it quick here. The Mustangs obviously come out on the short end, 45-7. But hopefully better and brighter things next week. So, you guys did well. So for Mark,
we appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, and we'll get better. There's always room for improvement.
For
We'll
sure.
get better as the year goes on. So
we'll have practices and listening in to improve our game.
We're not going to have you back.
Next game, no, we will
next
not.
game, no, you won't be here because you'll
have
be
to
in
lead-
charge of the student section against
yes,
the Gators.
sir.
And not to depress you, but we didn't hear you from the press box. So you have to
In the
be
second
a
quarter,
nudge,
we were a
nudge
little
louder, nudge louder, Mr. Carroll. But
It's kind of tough when we're down a lot. But, hey, next week we'll come out strong.
okay, so for Garrett Susko and Mark Glover and Garrett Poe and the great Matt Carroll and for Mr. Barat, hope everyone has a good week. And we'll see the Mustangs next week against the Gateway Gators. Good night, everybody. Okay, we're out.
And that is a cut.